Same?
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
There's a very good scientific paper here, Global Warming, this case study in groupthink.
Okay.
What I like about this is it breaks down because the psychological part of how so many otherwise intelligent, educated people can believe such utter nonsense.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good scientific breakdown paper that was just released.
Who released it?
Well, it's Christopher Booker here. You got.
What's he with?
Well, he's a climate scientist. Got it all here. This is a vetted scientific paper, right? You know, that's come out, and how science can shed light on the most important non-debate of our time.
The Global Warming Policy Foundation. Okay.
Yeah. And as I said, it goes through and shows the fraud of global warming.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And it gives a scientific breakdown, and how when illusion meets reality, what's going to happen? What happens?
What's going to happen?
Well, people.
Nothing. I guess. Nothing.
Well, no. Things happen. Matter of fact, I just highlighted that here in the section I was about to read. Like this is a good book. I want to read this one. It's called The Crowd by Gustave Le Bon.
Oh, yeah.
The precise moment when a great belief is doomed is easily recognizable. It is the moment when its value is called in question. Every general belief being no more than a fiction, it can only survive on the condition that it not be subjected to examination. So, this goes into the conclusions of this paper are divided into three parts. First gives the general retrospective overview on what was the fatal flaw in the groupthink that drove global warming scare. The second summarizes some of the obvious reasons why groupthink has become so powerfully entrenched that it might be hard to imagine how its grip can be broken. And the third suggests that in practice this is already happening, because when exposed to light, the truth will always prevail, and then even the insane who are believing in this thing will fade away.
Well, it's sort of interesting because it seems to be going the other way, because more and more people, I've been hearing that even the majority of Republicans.
Well, actuality, what you just told me is total bullshit. Matter of fact,
you're talking to me. I thought you were talking to her.
No, I'm talking to you about the bullshit. What you just said is total bullshit. More and more people are looking at the science and going, wait a second, the frauds are duly
noted.
Yeah, and here, we've got footnotes after footnote
when
after footnote.
When they say fraud, they're not talking about the heat in Alaska. They're not talking about.
Yeah, but we have.
They're not talking about.
Yes, they talk all about that in here. But here's the deal: the fact that we, man, have any effect on that, as opposed to that big yellow thing in the sky you see called the sun, is ludicrous. So in the models that all of the global fraud people bring up, they don't factor in the sun. They say we do it. Again, I brought this over to you over and over again.
But isn't it?
Let me bring back the numbers again. Let me bring back the. No, that's it.
I see. The sun is.
The sun expands. It has eruptions.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of different things that, and if it burps, we're in a lot of trouble.
I would think so.
Yeah. So it has a definite. It has a just a few degrees in the Earth makes it either you're boiling or you're freezing, right?
Well, that's the same thing with global warming. A few degrees one way or another.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the fraud.
And it's the sun doing it.
Well, here's again. Yes, because again, let me go over the numbers quickly. Carbon dioxide is supposed to be the boogeyman, right? We're supposed to reduce that, right?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, that's what they talk about.
Yeah,
that's why we got, okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, we have to know where it is now in order to know if there's too much or too little, or what's the right amount.
Does anybody know?
Yes,
What the rate-
it's easy. We measure this shit all the time.
Okay, they know what the
The
current amount
atmosphere is made up of 0.04% of the entire atmosphere. It's a trace element. It's less than half of 1%. And here's the deal. It's been 0.04% for hundreds of years. So it's not even before the Industrial Revolution.
Okay.
So all right. Of that 0.04%, the best we can measure, because it's such a small amount, 97% of it is made from natural causes, decaying, volcanoes.
Okay. So what you're saying is it would have happened anyway, regardless of what man is doing. It would have happened anyway.
Yeah, our contribution of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere is like the flea fart on the back of a dog. It doesn't affect the dog.
I see.
So, but the reason that they make it the boogeyman, oh, you got a carbon footprint, you got to reduce that, is because the one thing they can go ahead and tag us with that say we produce. That way they can tax it. And once they can tax something, our breath itself, then we can be taxed ourselves.
So that's the ultimate aim is to
tax us.
To tax us.
To tax us. And once they can form a one world government on the carbon footprint, that's how they base their one world government off of.
Okay.
So it's a trap. It's a trick.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that. There's a one world government, and they're going to tax us based on our carbon.
They needed something to tax us on that's universal. And they can say that, well, we all have a carbon footprint. And we're going to tax you on that and limit the use of what you can use.
And this one world people those are the people that are going to do it.
Yeah.
It's the deep state.
It's called the globalism or globalists. You know who the globalists?
Yeah.
I mean, they exist.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, Trump
I guess Gary Cohen was considered a globalist.
That's right. Trump even called him one, right? So he's a globalist.
That's right. Well, and we'll have to see how this whole thing works out with the tariffs and everything. It's going to be interesting.
Well, so far, 330,000 jobs in February. That's 130,000 more than the economist expected.
Yeah.
So
which is good. Which is good.
And
jobs remain the same.
And instead of insults at one another, we're beginning to talk with North Korea.
Let's see what happens with that.
I mean, peace breaking out everywhere, jobs, prosperity. So what do the liberals got to bitch about? Stormy Daniels?
It's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens.
I might make a Republican out of you yet.
No. I think the same chances are making a progressive out of you.
Well, why would I want to? I might not could do that if I wanted to, like, put a bullet in my brain, maybe have a lobotomy. Then I could be a good progressive.
Oh, well, is that what it takes?
Well, apparently. I mean, you can't argue with success. I don't know what 8 years of the bullshit progressive we got in there with Obama.
He got jobs up too. I mean, his job rating on a monthly basis.
There was once
great.
in this entire 8 years that that anything went above 3% GDP. Not one. It was first president in our lifetime in history that didn't break a 3% growth rate.
Trump is the guy. Trump is the guy. Let's just see. We'll be here for a few more months. We'll just trace it out and see what happens.
Yeah, well, keeps on getting better and better.
Yeah. Oh, it gets more interesting. That's right. In some ways, it gets better and better. Yeah, that's right. In some ways, it gets more
talking to guys that. Factories and businesses now, they say they're hiring, they're expanding.
Yeah. And I was reading some of the stuff about the tax cuts too, How some guys are getting $5 a week more money and $10 a week more money and get enough money to buy beer and maybe gas.
Just the crumbs that Pelosi. Just crumbs. Just crumbs. The crumbs are they. At least they're getting something taken away by the damn progressives who tax us to death.
We have to find out how it works out in the end,
Yeah. Yeah, in the meantime, it ain't looking so good for you, side. I don't know what can I say.
It doesn't look good?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Oh, I think
You know, you keep on getting proven wrong all the time. I
think
don't
it's
know.
getting better every day.
Oh, really?
I think it's getting better every day.
What's getting better on your side?
What's getting better on my side? Well, I guess it depends on what you define my side to be.
You know, the left.
The left.
Yeah, the left communist agenda.
The communist agenda.
Of course it is.
Jesus, the
Yes, it is.
communist agenda.
Yeah, it is.
This is heavy.
I mean, look at
accusations.
what fed me in hell. Now you got the third, maybe even more than that. It's the third highest in the third highest guy in the Democratic platform is now embroiled in the Louis Farrakhan, debacle. You know how the Louis, and then of course the second highest was aligned with the Antifa. He liked to be, he's spouting the Antifa line, which is, those are the guys that dress up in all black and mask themselves and beat the crap out of people like me who practice free speech. Antifa. This is who he is aligning himself with.
I don't think they explain it exactly.
Oh, really? Look what he says here. I mean, this is his tweet.
I understand.
This is his tweet. I found a book that Strike the Fear in the Heart of Donald Trump. Real, okay. Why would it strike the fear in the heart of Donald Trump?
I don't know.
I don't know. Why would he do that? Why would the second guy in the Democratic National Committee say something like that?
Fear of the heart of Donald.
Why are they promoting fear? Why is the left promoting fear?
That's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
The left is promoting fear.
Yeah, they're aligning themselves with Louis Farrakhan, who says he hates Jews.
Well, you can align yourself with Louis Farrakhan. Some people align themselves with Roy Moore. There are people on both sides that
Farrakhan's got quite a big following. He ain't no lightweight.
I mean,
Roy Moore, he's a featherweight compared to Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan is the leader of the American Muslim.
But you've got Trump, who's promoting Roy Moore. You don't have anybody.
Actually, he was promoting Strange at the beginning. He wanted Strange over
at the beginning, maybe.
Maybe he was, and then Moore got in there
at the beginning, but not at the end.
And what's wrong with Roy Moore?
That's not at the end.
And what was wrong with Roy Moore?
What's wrong with Roy Moore?
Sure.
Well, that's a strange question. I mean,
no, it's not. If it was in the running, you ought to know.
It's like a pedophile.
Which was allegations that were totally, absolutely never proven. They were just all allegations.
You're right. Okay. All allegations. So, lock her up. Lock him up now.
For what? For what?
Well, come get my exercise. Good to see that you're still here. That you're still fuming.
I'm having a good time.
And we'll check from time to time, and we'll see. But you're right. It could be good with the peace talks. He might have created something that others couldn't. I give him.
Can you imagine?
I give him pleasure.
Can you imagine if North and South Korea are unified under the Trump administration? What a big boom that would be.
I think that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that would be wonderful. I do.
Think you might start talking nice about him?
I would listen. I could say he accomplished something that was remarkable. I have no problem with that. Let him do something remarkable. Let him do something remarkable.
Why not?
I agree.
Mega.
I agree.
Make America great again, right?
I wouldn't say that. But
what? You don't want America to be great again?
In that case, no. I want America to be great. It's just the question. It's just the route I question.
The route?
Yeah.
Well, this route seems to be working. This route, the last route we had, seemed to be taking us the opposite direction. Okay. This route seems to be working.
The cards are still on the table,
But these cards seem to be winning right now.
I wouldn't say winning. I would say.
Well, you wouldn't say that's winning?
There's a couple good developments. That's right. That's a couple good developments. But, there's a couple good developments. give them that.
Tax break, people get more money in their pocket.
Yeah, well, who's getting more money in their pocket? That's the question. Yeah, people are getting crumbs in their pocket.
Oh, crumbs.
Yeah, well,
Better than having them be taken away, that they were getting taken away.
It's not
$1,000 bonuses that people are getting, that's just crumbs to you.
It's the question.
Someone came along and gave me $1,000 right now, I wouldn't call it crumb.
But, you certainly get a lot of both sides.
401ks, record stock market. I mean, I don't know,
Sounds like you got a lot to be proud of.
So far, so good. The only thing I got to bitch about is she ain't in jail yet.
Oh, well. I think that his emails at some point will become a bigger issue than her emails.
What emails? For what?
Well, it's funny because the Stormy Daniels thing, it turns out.
Oh, Stormy Daniels.
No. I mean, we're talking emails. You just mentioned emails.
You know what?
You just mentioned emails.
Who gives a fat fuck about Stormy Daniels?
Have a good day.
The fact that he was
that's not the question.
Banging beautiful women.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
It was even before he even ran. Who the hell cares?
The question was not even that. But I'm sure you didn't take that position.
It had nothing to do with the country. He wasn't even running.
Wait a second. Let me ask you a question.
Stormy Daniels.
This is certainly not the position you took when it was Bill Clinton who was being of the situation.
Even if Stormy Daniels happened, it was consensual.
Let me just say this. This was certainly not the situation, or not the approach you were taking when Bill Clinton was in the same position. Okay? Now, that being set aside.
Oh, so Bill Clinton rapes people.
Wait a second.
I'm not supposed to get upset at Bill Clinton raping women?
Wait a second. No, I'm talking about Monica Lewinsky, but that's a different issue.
You're taking advantage of a 21-year-old intern.
That's a different
issue.
That's a different
Yeah.
Well, we just been sitting emails, and there was just an interesting thing happened today with emails. That's all. And you mentioned
maybe to the liberals, but no one gives a fat shit about goddamn Stormy Daniels and her emails or anything to do with Donald Trump. Believe me, people do not
when
care.
It becomes a tempting contribution.
They care about as much about that as they do the phony Russian investigation that has produced what? Zero.
No, a lot.
What?
A lot.
What?
A lot of indictments. That's yet
13 Russian bloggers?
No, that's the easy part.
Do you not think that after over a year investigation, with all the leaks that come out of Washington, something would have been leaked about this? It's bullshit.
It's been very tight. I'll tell you what. What do you want to say? Let's bet dinner, okay?
Sure.
What's the line?
I don't give a damn, man, because I'll win this one. This has got to be the surest bet ever. I don't care if you want to have it at Antoine's or Commander's Palace. I'll do it because I ain't paying. You'll be paying this one.
The above and the below limit. Okay.
Commander's Palace. I don't care.
What's the line of the bet?
Or a lucky dog, wherever you fit your budget. I just want to humiliate you. That's all.
What's the line of the bet on that?
That's all I want to do is humiliate you.